play and learn together. The idea is that I will play with viewers and share my thinking as we go. So this is a good chance to play, learn, and have some fun. All right, let's start. Welcome. We have already a few challenges, so let's start. E4. Aha, Caro-Kann defense. This line, quite good one. I think we have played this line earlier. Queen check, I will do this, and then b4 if bishop takes. Okay, but what is the best plan here? Knight tries to get here. Bishop d4, of course, c3, then bishop, or should I play bishop b5? Well, queen take, can I take with the queen? Actually, I think I can. So, let's do this. Hello, welcome. Okay, bishop e7 tries to get here. I have g3, so there is no need to play something like bishop f2 or something. Okay, I think this might be the best way to play, at least looks very natural. The idea is to get here, and then I will have very good position, but of course a6 is very natural. Maybe g5. I forgot this plan again. I think I have seen this plan quite often, and I forgot it again somehow. Okay, but let's see. Knight b5 takes. Bishop hits here, and then I have time for knight d6. But maybe black can do this between, and that is a problem. At least a slight problem. Okay, I can retreat. Pawn takes. Knight d6. Okay, that looks quite messy. I don't know, what is it? Should I do this now? Takes, check, g3. Yeah, okay, why not actually? Oh, g4. But then I can take, and bishop d4 maybe. This is very complicated. I think this knight is hanging after this trade, and there is no time to take on c5, and that gives me a chance to get my knight here or play b4. And if g4, of course knight can have nice square, but then my rook is in play, and yeah, I think white is doing quite well, because these pawns are quite strong. H-file, there's no bishop h4. Maybe I have time for this. Okay, this looks quite good, of course, but it takes some time to get these. So maybe I have time for knight takes g5, or maybe not. Okay, I have to speed up again, because time trouble is already here. Okay, what to do now? This is tricky position to play. Oh, well, okay, let's do this. Knight jumps here, bishop f2. Then I'm ready for knight e4, okay. So what is this? Okay. Okay, let's play this one. I have to speed up. I'm explaining too much. Okay, I think I have to take with the c pawn or queen here. Queen d2. Knight here. I can take and oh, okay, what is this? Okay. Of course, I'm better now because f-file and so on, but the dime is the issue here. Castling long and then bishop here prevents any kind of f6 plans, but maybe f6 and castling, I don't know. Okay, I think it's checkmate in few moves, so it's not an option for black. Maybe queen trade. Oh. Okay, I'll give my exchange now because d pawn is so strong. I think I can do this. Okay, thank you for the game. It was an interesting one again. I think we have had quite good games in previous sessions, so interesting one. Okay, let's see. Let's play more. Yes, you can challenge me if you want. 3+2 is a good option. Let's see, we have already quite many challenges. Okay, let's take this one. Okay, let's play Italian. Okay, this might be too aggressive. Let's see. Because e5 is a weak pawn. Okay. Sacrificing plan. Kind of Marochi Marochi compensation is probably the plan here. My plan is to prevent queen action after bishop d6. Maybe this is not the best, but okay, maybe knight f6 and then knight g4. So okay, after knight f6 I have queen here. There's no knight g4 because this is hanging, but still this looks quite dangerous. Maybe I play this one. Well, actually this is not good at all, because bishop and everything goes with tempos, so something went wrong now. Knight jumps here. Okay, I don't know. G3, bishop here. Okay, somehow he didn't do that. I think knight g4 was already a big chance for black. Now I think I can just trade. Maybe I can't, because takes, queen here, and there's at least a draw, and now queen is coming here. Oh. Okay, I have to be very careful. Okay, I think I should do this. I will give this pawn. Queen here, I have knight f3, and probably my position is still a bit better, but this is actually quite dangerous line to meet. He can take also here and play queen b6, and probably okay, I have queen d2, and this pawn is not hanging. At least I have rook b7 and plans to get f7 pawn, so decent chances. But I think the best might be to take here. Oh, with the rook. Okay, but now I can just take it and queen here. I think this was unnecessary, but let's see. Maybe I don't see something, but okay, I'm not going to take this one, because then queen g3 is very dangerous plan. But now I think I have some time to regroup. Maybe I don't have. Let's see. Bishop d6. Maybe I have to play something like knight e4. Take here and give a piece. I don't like it at all, but what can I do? I don't want to play d4, because then bishop goes here. Maybe I have to give that exchange back. I can't see anything else. Maybe knight e4 and then bishop d3, but then rook can join into action, so well, okay, let's play d4, e4, and I will give the exchange, try to survive somehow. But actually I can't do that, because queen goes here, and then it's very, very hard to play. Okay, I have queen e3. Okay, that might work, but this is not what I was planning to do. Yeah, I saw that one, but okay, now I'm pretty happy, because I have center and everything is fine now. Okay, and what is this? Why not to take here? Okay, c2 is dropping, but yeah, okay. Okay, let's play this first. Okay, some tricks, but I think this is not going well for black. So many things are hanging. Okay, maybe knight d5 is working. But then I have knight e4, quite standard plans to get knight here. Okay, very risky play, but c4, maybe c3 now, or c4, yes. Very competitive player. Oh, actually, I missed that this plan might be okay. Rook f7, bishop c2, and okay, that was a risky decision. Okay, again. Oh, I'm losing my rook. Okay, now I'm going to lose if he takes here. Okay, now I'm having some chances because it's quite risky to let these pawns here. Maybe he can find his way, but it's not so easy anymore. I have plans with okay, why not e7? Okay, I will go here. Okay, should I take or not? Maybe I should. I don't know. Oh, what is that? Okay, tricky play. Well played. I didn't see that one. Ah, okay, g4. Now he will win. Oh, okay, he promoted it. Okay, okay. Then it was a draw, but of course, now I'm going to lose. What is this? Okay, 2 queens, of course. It's winning, yeah. This was a crazy game. So many chances for both sides. Okay. Okay, this is very interesting opening line actually. Let's see a few key moments. Well played, well played. Okay, I should put the rook here immediately. This is just bad decision, and now I'm going to lose some time, and I think black is doing very well here. But yeah, according to the computer, black is better, but now I'm just better again, and much better, but winning, but then something went wrong and I lost that rook, and then I think I had chances again. But okay, of course, rook f8 is the move here because black can take this one, but it's not so easy. Yeah, but here just few details I would like to check. That did I have some chances? Yeah, okay, now it's equal, but oh, e7 is already winning. Yeah, but still, here I think he played very well because now king f6. Okay, king f7 is winning also. Yeah. Okay, very tough start. Let's play more. I think he was the next one. This is the main line. I play a5 variation a lot, but this is also a choice for black. Very solid. Maybe a5, a4, queen here, then b6, bishop b7, taking c4 in a right moment, and so on. Yes, you can play against me, so just send the challenge on chess.com. 3+2 is the best time control for these playing with viewers games. And by the way, there is a poll in the chat, so feel free to vote if you want. Okay, knight c3. Can I take this one and play b5? Okay, let's see. I think I can. This is somewhat hanging in these lines. Okay, and now b5, e5, knight d5. Oh, he can take, and my bishop is hanging, so have to start with h6. I think I have time for everything. Actually, knight d2, bishop d2, and then knight d5. This is not so easy. Knight e5, maybe b5. This might drop, and e7 as well. So okay, but queen a6 defends these all, and then b5. Of course, white has center and some play, but I think white needs to find good ways to prove that there is compensation, and black is pawn up. If I can play b5, bishop b7, rook here, and then create some pressure on d4, that might be a quite hard task. I mean, to prove that white has good compensation. I think this might be equal at the moment, but let's see. Okay, rook c1, can I play b5? If he takes and play e5, I have knight d5, so let's go with this plan. Oh, d5 immediately. I think that is the right way to play, of course. Have to be active, otherwise black is fine. d6, maybe d7. Okay, if trade happens here, e5. Okay, and then I'm going to lose the rook. I mean, at least the exchange, and that might be a problem. You guys are playing very well. I thought that this could be easier stream, but it's not. It's not. c5, d6, or maybe knight c6. This is hanging. These are rolling. So what can I do? Maybe I should take and play this one, and then I have bishop d6. Oh, actually, that looks quite good. Okay, let's do that. Oh, but there's a downside. Bishop threats here, so... Okay, why not to take here twice and then bishop b7? Okay, I think I have to go for that. This is a bit dangerous, but oh. Rook d7 in the end. I mean, trades, rook here. So I don't have that kind of option. Maybe I have to give take chains, but that might be actually a good choice. I have a pawn and very strong bishop. So, okay, he took that way. That was a surprise. Okay, have to speed up again. I will take here. I think he should take this bishop, but let's see. Otherwise, these squares can be very dangerous. Okay, let's see what we have. Bishop here, both are a bit hanging. I think I'm fine, better than fine, if I have time to play. These pawns are quite well, and there's also a chance to take b2 in many endgames, so queen trade is not an option for white. But it's very hard to solve this problem. Okay, let's take here. Rook is hanging. Okay, thank you for the game. You played a very active way, and it was demanding to try to hold that activity, but somehow it went my way. Okay, let's play more. We have played quite often. I recognize the account. We have had quite interesting games before. c3. Okay, the plan is to play d4 quickly, so, well, maybe knight f6. We can take this because then there's a check, of course. bishop c4, quite natural. And when we have played d6, then we are going to lose one tempo in those lines. But I think we can. I can take here now. Yeah. If bishop takes and there is queen check or something like that, this is still playable. Hopefully. Yeah. And now, was it... what is the move here? Knight c6 maybe, or bishop d7. Takes, queen takes, bishop c6, and hopefully I'm not going to get mated here. This might be a plan also, but I think everything works well after bishop d7. Queen here, takes, knight c6, okay. Okay, let's see. Yeah. And now, okay, maybe it was better to play knight c6, but should be still playable or not. Queen here, a knight here. Okay, I think I can sacrifice this pawn because actually, okay, have to do something to avoid time trouble. d4. This is already a threat, but I have bishop e7. You guys are playing very demanding chess today. That's good. It's a winner style, of course, but this might be a mistake now because I'm just covering everything, but you are really putting pressure. And of course, I think it's the best way to play chess. You have to be active, and that is the way to create problems to your opponent. And nice to see that you're playing with the same game plan than I do, but when I'm trying to explain things and teach at the same time, so it's very hard because there are so many things going on early on, and also when opponent plays quickly, it's practically demanding. Okay, I think I should do this because then if b3, then this diagonal is very dangerous. Yeah, actually this might be winning already. By the way, I'm playing Titled Thursday today. That 3-minute tournament for titled players. So if you are interested to follow the tournament, there is a chance to follow it. Maybe this is good practice for that, because those games are also demanding and have to react quickly, be practical, and so on. Okay, this is a threat now, but let's see. where to put this rook. Maybe to b7. I think white might try to do something like that. Is this a threat? No. Okay. Hmm. Oh, knight jumps here, and there's some play. Okay, maybe I can go here. Because I'm piece up, I can just trade here, and then bishop c2. This is hanging, that one is hanging. Okay, let's take this one. I think it's more important. Okay, this will be decisive. Okay, thank you for the game. I'm just I will just check was my knight e4 the best. I mean bishop d7. Okay, there's many ways to play, but I think I remember this kind of line. And then is it d5? This is nothing actually. And then I have queen e8, or oh, this is even better. And what now? Oh, there's fork. Okay, so maybe knight here, knight here. Okay, let's play more. d4. Okay, maybe new one. Can you send a new challenge? Rematch. Let's take that one. I would like to play with the increment, so please send that kind of challenges that we have increment. Okay. That's better. That's better. I will accept that challenge soon. I mean, after this game. Okay, I think I can take with the pawn or with the queen. So both are fine. Well, okay, let's keep things simple. Taking with the pawn usually works because after e4 we can take and play d5. This is a bit different, but still black is doing fine because c5 is already an option and we can develop this bishop on long diagonal. Maybe we can play this kind of plan, which is very common in Rubinstein French. Okay, let's do that. Okay, knight e5, of course. Oh. This is at least playable option, but it's a bit passive. But knight will jump here, so maybe we play this way now. Can I castle long and try to play c5? That might be quite risky. b4 prevents c5, and then white is ready for b5. And also this kind of tactics might work if my queen is somewhere where it can't take on a6, but now it can. This knight guards quite well, h7, but still, if white can do something like this. Oh, this was hanging, I didn't see that one. But maybe I could play something like rook takes. Oh, this is hanging then, so I have to do this way. Anyway, that might be a chance for white. Okay, I would like to play c5. This is hanging. But then we have knight d5, and actually queen might drop. I mean, get entrapped. Because knight d5 hits the rook. Oh, there's rook f3, and then I can't do this because queen takes f7. But then I can take here, probably do this, and then I have very active pieces. I'm pawn down, but I think it's only temporary. Of course, rook d1 is very natural. I can't take this twice because then my queen will drop. Okay. Now I think I can try to take here these pawns, and then I have very rook h3. It hits here. Can I do this? This is very interesting line, but quite risky one. Then this knight, I mean bishop, can get trouble. Okay, I would like to try it. Can't take with the rook, of course. Queen is hanging. And I think there is no time for this. Now b2 is hanging. Queen is might get in trouble. This might drop. Okay, but what is the best choice here? Maybe rook here. Oh, but then my rook is hanging after that move. So I have to be ready for that. Okay, maybe queen here. Queen goes here. Can I take here between? There's checkmate threat. Aha, okay. I think I can. Let's see. At least this looks quite good. And then knight f6. If I'm not missing anything. Let's see. Now checkmate will follow in that direction. Okay, now bishop can retreat, but my king is quite safe on e7. But now I think I have to be quite quick. Well, I don't want to accept the draw because I think I'm still having good chances for win. Of course, this is quite risky position to play, but chess is risky sometimes. If queen takes, then there's bigger threats. Now at least f2 is kind of problem. We can take there. Knight e4. Is it an option? Maybe it was already. That was probably a blunder from my side. It's keeping eye on that one. Okay, let's take here, because then there's this plan. I hope we have increment here. Okay, yes, we have. I tried to get... Oh, why I did that way? That was clearly unnecessary. Now I have knight e4. Maybe he can take with the rook. Okay, that was an option, of course. Okay, thank you for the game. It was an interesting one. Let's play e5 this time. Okay, this is a good line, of course, if you like to play kind of okay, e5 is the main move, but this is quite good choice in blitz time control. And yeah, okay, let's take it this way. Is there some threats? Castling. Then everything is still fine. I have bishop e6. This looks quite normal. Knight f4 is the move. So I have to be ready for that. What to do now? H6 takes knight f4. That might give some play for white. Bishop d7. But b2 is somewhat hanging, so maybe I can do this also to provoke f3. But h3 is an option. Well, I think this is playable at least. I can't think more now. There might be some details with different kind of moves, but I have bishop there. There is no immediately attacking plans. Okay, I think this is too slow. Knight f4 was much better. Now I have time for these kind of moves. Maybe, okay, there's still something, but I can create counterplay. And that is the reason I don't have to worry about this too much. Okay, is this real a threat? Maybe it is, if queen goes here, but it's not so easy to regroup these pieces immediately. Okay, but maybe queen takes d4. D pawn, b pawn might get weak, but I can't actually take this one immediately. I mean, queen b4 is not an option. There's a check and queen will drop. But if I do this, knight will land here. But okay, then I can trade, and it's not too bad. I mean that I have my chances here, and this is not too dangerous. I think I can play g6, bishop g7. Okay, this might be even better to do that with the bishop. Oh, but now this is hanging. I mean, I can take here. I will win a pawn, but positional wise, that was a decent choice. Yeah, blunders happen. It's human, of course. I think queen endgame is winning, but it's not so easy. Maybe it's not winning, but at least good chances, because I have chance to create passer here or here. Rook endings might be tricky to win, but of course black is the only one who can win there. I think I will take this e file. Okay, let's try to win this one. Okay, should I go here or centralize my queen? Usually it's a good idea to put queen in the middle. It's here. Queen e3. Can I trade? Oh, but this is not hanging. Yeah. Okay, let's try to get queen into play. Queen trades are good for black. Maybe I should play f5 to get these pawns rolling. Of course, I can't create passer immediately, but still. I think b5 is not a good option for white. Trading queens. Really? Okay, let's see. I think I'm okay. b5 might be something actually in that position, but let's see. Okay, I can play this one because these pawns are protecting each other. I think there is no enough moves for white. This is the decisive factor here. Yeah, because there's two squares I can move if king is here, so these MPs are not necessary or important in this position. Okay, I think there's no time for this, but of course only try probably. Okay, thank you for the game. Let's see and what we have. Okay, here. Please send that kind of challenges is that there is increment, because I would like to keep these games instructive so that I can explain plans and so on. Okay, c4. c5 is of course an option. Now we have Karspad structure, very important in chess in general, and it's good idea to learn this structure well. e4 might be something, but actually the main plan is to play a3, b4, b5. Of course, then when knight is on e2, f3, e4 is a dangerous plan, because the center is rolling over and black has to be ready for c5, for example, or queenside play. Okay, let's play. This is quite standard plan to get bishop out. Okay, now d pawn might get weak, but of course white will get some active plans, but I think I can trade a few times and play h6, and these squares are not available for bishop or knight, and then d pawn might get weak. Okay, let's develop the bishop. Is this a plan? Maybe we can regroup. Try to get knight on f6. Ooh. This looks a bit passive, but I have to get my knight on d5 to prove it. So let's try it. I think this is not a good idea, because it's going to lose time when king goes to h8 and knight f6. Maybe knight e5 is an option for white, but I think this was unnecessary, and now I will have good grip on d5. Like this way, knight will go here, so this bishop is out of play. Queen f6, rook here. Okay, knight e5 might be a plan. So one option is to play queen b6 to prevent knight e5. But well, if I try to get something on king side, this might be the best. My opinion about removal of increment from Title Tuesday. Well, I would like to play with increment, but I have played a lot without increment. There's some good signs, good sides and bad sides about the chains, but I think I would prefer to play with increment, yes. Okay, can I take here and take on f3? I think it's playable. I'm going to win a pawn at least. There might be even better chances with queen and knight of f4, for example. But this is quite practical. We will win a pawn here, and then it's also white's king's position is in ruins, so I think it's enough for there's enough reasons to take here now. how to beat me, or I have lost one game today already. Have to play well, have to be quick enough, because when I'm explaining things, your best chance might be that you play good moves and play quickly. But good moves are usually enough for against everyone. Of course, if you play Magnus, you have to play the best moves. Okay, now f2 is hanging as well, so I think we should trade. Okay, there's some tricks, but queen takes. Yeah. Okay, maybe this is the most practical way to trade queens. I could also take with the pawn, because these pieces are not attacking at the moment, but still, at least in stream play, this is the easiest way, because it's easier to calculate those tactics without queens. Usually queens can create so much tactics that something can go wrong easily. Now I try to create passer to d file. Okay, let's defend this guy first, then okay, b7 is hanging, but if rook takes, it takes time to get on d file, because bishop is covering d7. So this is very quick pawn. Okay, let's play this way, because I can defend the b5. Okay, king can go here, but it's still quite easy to convert this advantage, because d3, bishop here if rook goes somewhere, and d2. And of course, same plan works. Okay, it doesn't work when rook is here, but I can collect these pawns. Aha, okay, now d2 is winning, because rook is covered by the bishop and d pawn is winning. Okay, thank you for the game. And oh, we don't have any new challenges, so if you haven't played yet, this is your chance if you want. But please put increment in your challenge. No 3 minutes without increment. 3+2, okay, that's better. Okay, e3, was this mouse slip or? Okay, you can do this way. d5, I can try to be tricky. Actually, I played this kind of openings when I was young, but nowadays I know that it's better to play good openings. You don't have to learn new openings every day. If you play only good openings, you can do those. You can learn those once and then just play. Of course, there's some novelties, but if you are not GM or IM, then you can just develop your pieces with the same way, and you have good positions. Okay, I think we can trade here. There might be some problems with these pawns. At least black should be fine here. No weaknesses, of course. If white gets something on f5, then things might get tricky, but it takes quite many moves. I think something like bishop d3, knight e2, knight g3, but black can do this before that. Knight g4 and f5 looks very natural. Okay, let's do that. Oh, f5 takes, queen, bishop takes. Is there some tactics with h3? I don't think so. I can take here between. Okay, maybe I could do something else, but this is very active plan. Quite normal in these kind of structures. c6 is of course another plan, but it's not so easy to play in here because there's bishop c4 and so on. Maybe c6 is not a good option at all. Okay, knight f6 looks actually better because after bishop d3 we can play f4 and take here. If pawn takes, bishop takes, knight takes, and the plan is to take here. Do we have some tactics there? This was my original plan, but and it works, I think, but it's a good idea to find better moves if there's time to think. Knight takes e5. Okay, knight e7 defends this, and then what is the? I'm pawn down there. Okay, so I think I should take, and it feels that there's some tactics, but I can't find it. Rook is hanging on f5, but there is no time to do this. Okay, maybe I have to go with this plan. Maybe after the game we can check is this a better option. I think it is, but if there is something, of course. But if knight takes e5, rook takes f5 works, then it's better to take on e4. Oh, yes, we can play. Just challenge me on chess.com. 3+2 is a good time format for this, for these plays, these games. Okay, now I have to speed up again. This is actually quite tricky because I think white can do this, and then maybe bishop d3, or bishop d3 immediately. And if I take, then bishop f5, queen d3, and white will have better share from this center. I mean, queen will go here, and this knight is not as good as this one. It's easier to put some pressure on king's side. Okay, let's see what is the plan. Okay. Maybe I have bishop f5 now. Or I can take and put queen on g5. Okay, let's play this way. Oh, queen b4 might be something, or queen c3. I didn't check those, and okay. Now I can play queen g3, and I think this might be dangerous for white. Okay, queen trade. That's a good plan. But now e4. It's very hard to develop this knight. e4 might get weak as well, but still. Yeah, okay, I don't have this one. So I have to be careful. Okay, maybe rook trade, and then I will bring my king on e5 or knight e7. Oh, this is quite equal, actually. How to defend this? Maybe c4? Okay. Maybe I will keep the rooks. Oh, I can't, actually, because e-pawn is so weak. But now I can put my king here, and then c6 looks quite good. D-pawn might get weak. Okay, there is c5 plans, so I have to be ready for that. I don't want to trade too many pieces, because then it's very hard to create anything. b4 might be the best here. Okay, he plays very well. I just wanted to promo oh, okay, that one was probably a mistake. Oh, I didn't see my plan, but thus far you played very well. Now it's clear that if I'm not going to lose on time or blunder anything, this is easy win for black. Oh, okay. Is there some tactics? Okay, let's take that chance away. Now it's not so dangerous anymore. I don't want to let this knight d4 happen, so let's play this way. Oh, knight b1, actually. That was a move. Okay, thank you for the game. Let's play d4 now. I was 7 when I started to play chess. How to be Magnus Carlsen or how to beat Magnus Carlsen? I don't know. I haven't beat him, but I played draw against him when he was 11 years old. Very talented player. I might do some video about the game in some day, but it was quite interesting one. I was already international master, and he was only 11 years or so. But we played again in Title Tuesday tournament. It was in last December. We had quite interesting game, but of course he won quite easily. But At least I had some chances. I mean, decent opening or so. Why not to take d5? I don't want to play without increment in these games because I would like to keep this instructive, and there is no time to explain things, and that's why we need increment. But today I'm going to play 3 plus 0. That's the time control in titled Thursday tournament. Okay, D pawn was losing D pawn was very unfortunate sequence for black, but still there might be some play left. Okay, let's play more. Who was the next? I can't remember. Okay, let's take this one. Okay, bishop c4 is a good line against Najdorf, of course. We can't play e5 because this diagonal is so important, but e6 is a good option. Okay, I can't remember what is this line, but usually you should not play this because then bishop takes here, knight takes here, and the white will get 3 pawns and strong attack, and that is the reason why I have to be careful not to let this bishop sacrifice happen. Here again, bishop b7, knight d7 is a mistake, but I can play this way and trade the knight, and then there is no bishop takes e6. Of course, you can also play knight d7, but then this might be playable. Maybe it's better for black, but it's quite tricky to handle in this kind of blitz game. Active play, usually it's a good idea, but here white is not ready for short castling or long castling, and that is the reason why I think this might be a dubious move here. Can I hit here and here at the same time? Yeah, okay, bishop takes here is something, but this is quite normal, for example, in classical Sicilian. And I think we might have kind of version that white is lacking few moves if we compare those lines. Yeah, okay. This is critical already. Now a good question is that should I do this in between move, because then we can trade queens, but white might get okay, white might have a space advantage, and it's not so clear. Maybe it was better choice, but this is also probably Good enough. Okay, I saw this one. Other idea was to take here and queen h5 but maybe it was too much to let this happen. I don't know. This is interesting, very interesting opening line. There's lots of different kind of plans. Now white can castle, but I think black is ready for d5 plans. I mean rook d8 and d5, or maybe well, this castling is also interesting. Let's do that, and we will have interesting game. Okay, maybe e5 was actually an option. So maybe it was wrong idea to castle, but let's see. Now we have quite typical attacking position. F5 hits here. Looks quite threatening, actually. I have to play d5 and hope that my position will last here. I don't know. Of course, there's some counter chances, but this is far from easy. Maybe there was d4 in between moves or so. This is very hard to evaluate. Oh, I'm going to lose a piece now. I didn't see that one. Okay. Big problems. So let's go here. Probably it's the only chance. This is bad, of course, but I didn't see anything better. I think he is playing much better than his rating. Okay, somehow I survived, but there was unnecessary moves like what was it? I can't remember now, but still very good moves. Aha. Try to create some play. That bishop is out of play, but king b1. I mean bishop king some. Oh, e5 was hanging. I could take that one. He can take here, but it's not a problem for me. Oh, now some minor mistakes, but oh, there's check already. Okay, you played very well. Slav defense. There's many ways to meet this solid opening. Yes, I have played against Ginger GM. At least something like 5 Blitz games or even more. But haven't played a classical game against him. I think I'm leading, but only slightly. Something like I have won one game more. Okay, this e6 is a problem because white can take here and then d5 and then there's weak pawns. Okay, this is not a weak pawn, but d5 is, and that is the reason why white can create play against the d5, for example, this kind of plans. If we would have this bishop, then white's edge might be even decisive one, because it's very hard to defend d5, but now it's not so clear. Can white win this? But still, there is good chance to create pressure on d5. Castling here, putting rooks on c file, and so on. Is f4 an idea? I don't know, but let's see. This is also... okay. I would like to stop this plan, and that's why I play g3. There is no light square bishop. I mean, black doesn't have light square bishop, and it's not so easy to get queen here. So I think this is playable, and now I don't have to worry about f4 plans. I try to regroup my pieces, maybe knight f4, or maybe not actually, but okay, queen will enter here if I'm not accurate enough. Maybe bishop b4, trading rooks, and rook c1. That looks quite natural. Okay, I think black should keep the queen. I mean, put the queen here somewhere. But I might have a chance to take this knight, and d5 will drop. And because there is no 2 rooks, then this rook lift is not an option. I think so, because I can create something on c file. But if there are 4 rooks in the position, then it's harder to create, and that is the reason why I trade those rooks. Okay, and what next? Knight will jump here. That's a bit annoying. I think black is doing fine here. If knight jumps here, there might be some tactical shots. And that's why I think black might be... black might have edge here. Can I do this? Queen here, maybe queen here. It's not optimal. Far from that, but okay, he's trying to create attack. That's the right spirit, of course. And maybe it's working. I don't know. My plan is quite slow. I don't know. maybe I need my bishop here to cover everything. One plan is, of course, to put this knight on e5 and try to get... aha! Maybe h4 now to try to close this king side. Of course, h4, f6 might be a plan, but now... okay, and what next? Okay, let's play this way. I try to get my queen here or push this knight away. Bishop can join in the defense, but this is very, very dangerous. Actually, f4 might be already good for black. There's some chances with the queen after f4, so it's not so easy. But still, this is very demanding defensive task for white. Okay, queen b5 looks the most natural. I try to trade queens, and I think black's pawns are weaker than mine. I can push b6 if I want, but should I trade those knights? Okay, maybe I should. This g5 is hanging if... okay, now I don't have time to talk, have to play. Oh, there was rook c8, of course. It was better to activate this rook. Maybe we will see that d5 is still a problem. Or maybe not, I don't know. There's f4, that's why I... okay, this is clearly positional mistake, but let's see. Now I have very good squares for my knights. And now we see that eventually the d pawn was a problem. Still quite tricky. Should I take this way? I wasn't sure how to make progress there, but now I bring my king here. Resilient play for black. I don't know. I will activate my king now. There's check, of course. Okay, now it's easier. Or should be. Maybe I have to go to G2, but then these pawns will collapse it. This is a good example why you should not take these kind of pawns, because in the end they will drop. But of course, if you have some plans, some active plans, then things can be different way. Yeah, thank you for the game. It was a good game for okay, d4. There's no c4, so we don't have bishop b4. This is a kind of line to make c4 impossible, and of course white can play a4, b4, and then c4, but usually this leads a different kind of positions than those c4 lines. And if you like to play something different, this might be your chance to play against this d4 lines without c4. So b5 is an interesting option for black. Don't have to know too much, and you can just you can play this way and have a good opening. Knight here, then some play on queen side. Of course, white's play is not optimal in this game, but still. Okay, I think I will choose your challenge. Next, I mean, there was no many challenges, so I think we can play. But when there is many challenges, of course, I can play only one game at a time, so I have to be patient. Oh, maybe c4 is a plan because there is a pin. Okay, let's take. Oh, or should I keep this file closed? Okay, I think white has played a few good ideas to get this kind of position. It's not so easy to find the way for black, because there's these knights are quite annoying here. If I do this, then takes, and my knight might get out of play. Okay, I can take with the knight. Maybe it's fine. That c4 is not. It's not too threatening. I can play knight c5, for example. The idea is to get knight here. These bishops are quite well placed at the moment. e4 is not an option, and yeah, quite normal. Oh, okay. So what is your account name? I will choose your challenge next. Sorry if I haven't seen it. Yeah, okay. There's some friend requests. I will accept those as well. It's good to have friends. Okay, c4. Now b7 is not hanging anymore. So why he plays c4? Usually it's a good idea to think why your opponent plays a move. Probably the idea is to get f5 square somehow, or get on c6. But I can take here. Maybe I will put my rook here, because then there's tactical chances. But okay, knight can jump here maybe, and then that is the reason why I should be careful. Okay, maybe I do this, yeah. And then taking here with the knight. I don't want to let this knight f5 happen. There might be very quick attacks. I mean, queen here. I mean, bishop, queen, bishop h6. So, for example, takes. Maybe bishop here immediately, and then knight, queen, and bishop are playing very well together. Okay, but now it's different story, because d file is open. I think this might be a very good for black. Oh, I'm in time trouble. Have to do something. My plan is to try to get some play on this diagonal, and e3 is a kind of move. Queen c5 might be something also. Okay, e3, sacrificing a pawn to get knight e4, and then probably taking on e3. I hope that black's position is white's position is going to collapse. Let's see. It's very hard to defend now. I can take here, queen here, and then this diagonal is a very important one. If queen goes here, I can take here. Now I think this is just winning. Okay, let's see f5. So e3 was very powerful plan. e4 is hanging if I take with the f pawn. Okay, thank you for the interesting game. And okay, what is your name here? I think I have played okay, there's few challenges that I haven't played yet, but I will play only challenges with increments, so please send that kind of challenges. Okay, there's only one with increment, so let's play. Aha. Okay, now we play. Okay, elephant gambit. This is not so-called good opening, but of course can be dangerous for white if white doesn't know what to do. Knight f6. So why not take here? Then d4. Bishop c4 is the idea. The f7 is dropping. Okay, what is this? If we take and there's c2, something like that. Bishop b5 might be a move. Knight d7, bishop d7, knight c3. There's no time to take because d7. Maybe there is. Okay. Bishop c4 looks very... Oh, there's some tactics. Well. I don't know what is the best move here, but I think if I just take here, that should be at least fine. No, knight c3, bishop b4, queen here maybe. Trading queens. Or should I play this and trade queens immediately? Maybe I should, because then I'm just pawn up. King d8 actually might be a move. Okay. And then the idea is to get rook on e8. This is tricky play. Well. Oh, this was a bad choice, because now I have to do the same plan, but there's... Okay, c3, and I lost one move here. Oh. But still, this is fine. Should I trade queens? At least I can try. Knight g4. Then black is having much more than should have. But against this kind of openings, white should play very carefully, but it's very hard in blitz. You can lose on time or... Oh, very nice tactics. Well, now I'm going to lose the rook. Okay. This is bad, of course. Too bad. Well. I should be more careful. And again, a mistake. Oh, there's check. I can't see anything now. This is probably the worst game I have ever played in these playing with viewers streams. And against probably the one of those most annoying gambits. Bishop e1, of course, is winning. This is checkmate in few moves. This might give some hope. Not much, but still. Okay, rook here. Okay. I should find better moves, but sometimes it's hard. Okay, knight e5. And then there's tricks. This is hanging. Of course, this is very quick, but I might have some chance now. Okay, maybe not, because this so quick. Bishop can take this. There is a pin. This is winning, of course. Okay, time to resign. Well played. That tactics was very well played, and that is the reason why the game, when I mean why I lost. But of course, bishop g5 is not the best. Usually it's better idea to take with the pawn. Okay, this wasn't the best. But still quite good, because when we have this kind of structure, this bishop is usually a very good one. By the way, there is a poll in the chat, and feel free to vote if you want. It seems that we have 45 votes already. Quite many of you have been here very often. Thanks for that. And it's very, very good to have new faces as well. So welcome. Okay, knight b5 or maybe a3 first to prevent bishop b4. Have to develop these pieces, of course, but maybe something else first, because if I play knight b5, then this might be something, but actually king f2 looks very good. Okay, that was a good prep, but still I recommend to play good openings, because you can probably win one game with that gambit, but it's not much. At least if you want to learn some chess, it's not a good idea to play that kind of tricky openings. But of course you won, and you can do that if you want. Now I have bishop b6. might be a bit problematic to develop these pieces because rook is coming on c file, and then I'm in hurry to develop. Maybe, aha, I can't do this. I almost blundered a piece, but my idea was to get knight on c3, which blocks this file, but I have to do something else. So maybe knight c3 if needed. So knight here, maybe here, e5 is nothing, I guess, because even this plan might hurt a bit. Pawn is still a pawn, so probably it's too much to sacrifice a pawn without good reason. Okay, bishop here or bishop here, I don't know which one to choose. Maybe rook d1 is actually better because then there's no threats anymore. So let's play rook d1. Okay, this rook move might be good for black, but bishop b6, and then I don't have knight c3 anymore because there's bishop takes a3. Okay, but at least bishop d3 takes control over these squares, and should be good enough. Okay, let's play this way. Bishop covers the knight, so there is no bishop takes a3, rook takes c3. I might develop the bishop with this trade. Actually, maybe not, because it's very hard to play b4 then. So maybe knight here, bishop here, castling with a slow process, and then we can have good chances to convert this pawn after extra pawn. Maybe knight jumps to b3, and then it's not so easy to play. Okay, what is the plan? I think I can do this. Bishop e2, castling. Now we have bishop b3, b6. If a trade happens, then bishop takes d1, hits the knight, and there's some extra time for castling, for example. Okay, but it's entrapped now. By the way, we have another stream today. I will play entitled Thursday tournament. It's 3 plus 3-minute games without increment, and there we will see interesting battles against titled players. So that tournament is only for titled players. I think I have played that tournament 3 times now. Have had interesting games, so welcome there to enjoy Blitz chess. Okay, thank you for the game. I think we are done for today because I have to go to teach chess to kids now, and we will continue these playing with Weaver games on next Thursday. So let's play more then. And thanks for playing, and then thanks for watching, and thanks for voting. Have a nice day, and see you in that Titled Thursday stream. Yeah. Okay. Have a nice day.